Hi, welcome to Leah's Book Corner. How can I help you today? Oh, that's great. You want to start reading books? Sure, I can introduce you to some books. Do you have anything in mind? No, okay. Well, obviously I can't show you the whole store, so do you have a time? Okay, 30 minutes? Sure. Okay, so in that time span, I can probably show you a few bestsellers, classics, and maybe some trilogies, and that's probably all I can show you in half an hour. Yeah, okay, is this for anyone in particular? Okay, yourself and your family, sure. Okay, so, I'm just going to get started right now, with the bestsellers. Okay, I'll just pick some out here. Okay, so I have a few here, and let's start with something that was really popular last year, and this is the fantasy route, Ender's Game. As you can see, it's a Nebula winner, Hugo winner, and a New York Times bestselling author, Orson Scott Card. Now, this book is a great place for intermediate readers to start with. As you can see, the book is not too thick, although it's quite small in size. And this just follows a boy and how he gets chosen to save the world. And I'm not going to tell you the whole story, that would be no fun. But the words inside are quite small, so it's definitely not an easy book to read, considering the topic and the size of words, but once again, it's a great place to start, and it was a best-selling author. So if you like the fantasy, action, adventure kind of route, you might like this book. Sure, okay. I'll bring that up for you right away. Okay. So the next author you might like, if you like the kind of fantasy route, is Mitch Albom. And we only have 2 in stock, unfortunately, because he is such a bestseller. 2 books, I mean. So we don't have Tuesdays with More, as that sold out pretty much the day it got stocked. But we do have Tuesdays at The Timekeeper and 5 People You Meet in Heaven. And these are a great book if you like the fantasy, philosophical books that actually teach you something about life and society. So I think it's a great place to start. And you can just tell that all of his books are short, and they teach you a lesson in very few words. And the words are bigger than Ender's Game, so it's a little easier to read. And this particular book follows a man who dies and how he learns about what his life means from meeting these 5 people in heaven and how he affected them. And the Timekeeper is following the man who invents time and how it affected everyone's lives and how he's banished, and if he wants to survive, he needs to help a young teenage girl who has too much time and wants to end her life, and a man who has too little time and wants to survive longer. No? Okay, so you don't really like these kind of books. Oh, okay. I mean, it's not for everyone, so. And then we have the very, very much talked about, Divergent series. Here's just the 2nd and 3rd book. We have Insurgent, which is the 2nd, and Allegiant, which is the 3rd. And this is a trilogy which follows the story of a girl called Beatrice Pryor, and how she finds herself and how it plays out into the making of the world. And it definitely fits pretty much every single age range, I would say. So I know it might seem very daunting looking at the size of the book, seeing as there are so many pages. But I assure you, if I just opened the book, the words are quite large and the content is quite easy to understand. So I think if you're looking for an easy book, this would be great. Would you like to try it? Okay, sure. So you like the fantasy easier books, which I think is perfect to start off with, since you really are just starting off. And for these types of books, if you're done with this, you can always give it to your family to read. Would you like all three or just one? Just one. Okay, so I'll ring up Divergent for you, and if you like them, you can always come back. Okay. And of course, we have John Green. Yeah. Oh, you know? Yeah. Okay. Obviously, you've heard of this book. So, are you interested in it? Yeah, I personally think that this book is great for everyone, but it's definitely not for people who don't like kind of sad romance kind of books. A touch of comedy, I would say. Sure. So you don't want this particular book? Well, yeah, we do have other books from John Green, and he's a great author. So I will go grab them now. So, I'm back with 3 of his books here, and I'm sure he has a lot more books than these 3, and The Fault in Our Stars, but these are the ones that have been very famous lately. So, we have Let It Snow, Looking for Alaska, and Paper Towns. Oh, so you've heard of all 3 of these? Okay. Oh, so you were looking for Alaska? Sure, yeah, that does seem like a very good novel to start with. The words are much smaller than The Fault in Our Stars words, but the book is thinner. Okay, so you would like this, okay? Okay. So those are the bestsellers for the past few months, and now I think I'll show you some of the classics which I have here. These are just books which we'll just buy once, keep them forever, read them over and over again. Childhood memories, stuff like that. So obviously we have some childhood memory books here. So we have the series of Unfortunate Events, which we only stock the hard cover ones, unfortunately. But it's really nice. As you can see, this is the first book of the series. And it's written by Lemony Snicket. And it follows the Baudelaire siblings and how their uncle, Count Olaf, wants to kill them so that he can inherit their fortune. And this is definitely a very easy book to read, obviously, because it's for kind of younger ages. So the words are quite large, spaced out, and the story is very entertaining. And I wouldn't say it's fantasy, but it's definitely adventure. And this book can definitely be passed down through the generations. I believe this comes in a series of 10. I'm not really sure, but I wouldn't recommend recommend you buy all 10 because that would take a long time to read. Okay, so you would like one of these? Sure. Would you want this book first, or you want the first 5? Oh, right, yeah, that's a great place to start with the first 5, because if you were to read this, you'd probably finish it in about a day or 2, 3 days at max, so it's quite a nice, short series, but it's definitely very good. Okay. So next, obviously, we have Harry Potter. Oh, you have this already? Okay. Well, I just thought, maybe you wanted a new copy. No. Okay. So, and we only have the soft paperback copy, unfortunately, because all the hardcovers are gone, so that's alright. And if you would like, we have some Nicholas Sparks novels. These are kind of the romance route. We have The Last Song and Dear John, which are both very romantic stories, and they're very good places to start with classics, and they're small, not too thick, although the words are quite small, as you can see, as I just flipped through. Both books are very, very much have a kind of sad tone to them, if I can put it that way. Like, they're kind of tragedy, romance, a little bit of comedy. Well, I would say definitely it's in the romance category. Okay, no, you don't want romance? Sure. I mean, it's not for everyone. Then we have some deeper books. We have The Host, this big boy right here. And this is definitely not for beginner or intermediate readers, because the topic is very, very, very deep. It's a very, very thick book, and the words are relatively small. But if you feel confident, this is a great fantasy kind of thriller book that has a touch of romance at the end. So you would like to try this? It'll probably take you, for an intermediate reader like yourself, as you say, probably a month, like a few weeks to a month to read this for a beginner/intermediate. Okay, I'll ring that up for you right now. Okay, so now we have just a few classics left, which I don't think would be too appropriate for your reading ability and in terms of genre, but I have Dan Brown here. Dan Brown is a very famous author who wrote a lot of books which deal with horror, thriller, and they definitely deal with society, religion, and very deep subjects. So, no, yeah, I wouldn't think you'd like these because you didn't like Mitch Albom's stories, which are kind of a step down from Dan Brown, I would say, but they deal with kind of the same topics about life and society, but maybe in the future, if you get more into reading, you can come back for this book, which is a very deep book, and this is just the Da Vinci Code, which I'm sure you've heard of. And then we have, obviously, the kind of more teenager chick flicky classics like The Gossip Girl and Twilight. Now, Twilight is not for everyone. A lot of people don't like it. Some people love it. Maybe for your niece. Okay, so just to make sure it's age safe. It does have a lot of romance and vivid scenes in it. Not too much in Twilight, but definitely in the other series and other books of the series. And I'm sure that if you give this to your nephew, niece or whoever, and she likes it, she'll want to read the other books of the series, which do have quite a lot of non-PG-13 scenes. So, but it's once again fantasy about vampires and werewolves. Okay, so you don't want to? Okay, sure, I understand. Alright, and as I mentioned earlier, Gossip Girl, which is a very long series, which was turned into a TV show, along with Twilight, which was turned into a series of movies, which was very successful. And so is Gossip Girl. Gossip Girl ran for many, many seasons, and it all started from the books, which pretty much all Gossip Girl fans start off with reading the books. Yeah, you've heard of this. I definitely would say that these are, it doesn't have a lot of sexual scenes, but it does deal with a lot of topics which I'm not sure young kids would benefit from. It's definitely targeted to kind of teenagers, maybe adolescents, young adults. No? Okay. I thought so. And the last two books are by two very, very famous authors. The first one is Alice Sebold, which is the #1 bestseller, now a major motion picture, which also did very well. It's called The Lovely Bones, and it shows the topic of kidnapping, molesting, abuse, all the hard subjects of life in one book that's quite short, but the words are very, very small. So this is kind of an intermediate book, but it's a great book, and you learn a lot. So yeah, you would like to try this? Sure. So I'll bring that up for you right now. You have 7 books right now. That's quite a lot. Is that enough? Okay, so you're looking for a few other books? I know that you like the fantasy, kind of not too philosophical, but deals with reality issues. Not too hard. I'll go look in the store and try to find something which will suit your tastes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I looked in the store and I found just a few books which you might like to invest in. So I thought maybe you'd like some comics. This is one of the bestseller comics in our store. It's the Tintin volumes. This is volume 2, Tintin in America, Cigars of the Pharaoh, and the Blue Lotus. So in one book there are a lot. 3 to be exact stories. 1, 2, 3 stories. So if you are into the kind of comics, picture books, but this is definitely not those kiddie comics. It's more deep, more dialogue, and it's very high quality graphics, as you can tell from the vibrant color. And there's lots of dialogue. So this is not too hard, but it's not like a baby's comic. So it's right there in the middle, and you know, if you're interested in kind of the comics kind of thing, maybe you might like this. So you do like comics, okay, that's great. Comics are a very fun way to start reading at any age. This Tintin is another great story to start with, because as you can see, the graphics are very nice. It's very high quality. It's not too long, yet it includes, you know, 3 stories, so it's not too many pages. Would you like to try this? So you want to try volume 1? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to start with volume 1. I'll just flick through the pages for you. Kind of hard to do it this way, but I'll be fine. So you can definitely tell the detail. And there's a lot of dialogue like in this page. But okay, I'll bring up volume 1 for you. Okay. And lastly, since I heard that you already have the Harry Potter books and you're a big fan of that, along with your family, I thought you might like these books, which are also by J.K. Rowling. These are also very famous. The Tales of Beetle the Bard. You have the hardcover and 2 soft covers. They all have different feelings to them. This one has kind of like a more sandy feel to it. This is Quidditch Through the Ages. And this is the last book we have, which is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And it has kind of a smooth texture. So these are just kind of following the Harry Potter books. They delve into the world of Harry Potter, as you can see, with their beasts and Quidditch, which are featured in the Harry Potter movies. And these are a great beginner book and a great accompaniment to the Harry Potter stories, because they are very thin, as you can see right here. And the words aren't small at all. They're quite big, so once again, it's very child friendly, family friendly. So yeah, just so do you want the hardcover, Tales of Beetle the Bard? It's a very nice book. The cover is very vibrant. It's really pretty. They run very cheap because they're very short and the words are very big. But the hardcovers will be a little bit more expensive for that reason. like all three? Okay, so I think this will be a great addition to your Harry Potter collection, and I think you'll like it a lot. You want the soft copy or the hard? Okay, so you want the hardcover for all three? Okay. Sure, so that'll cost a little bit more because it's hardcover. But that's alright, right? Okay, so I think that's about it. Are you satisfied, or do you want me to go look from? Okay, so I'm really glad I could help you today, and thank you for shopping with us. And you can take these away with you now. I put them in a bag for you, so I'll just set them right here. Okay, so I hope to see you soon. Bye!